Welcome back to my Buccaneer build. Well, yeah. So last time I got this far. Now in most cases I'd say that's pretty close to done, apart from, like, you know, all the missing bits, so... At least now I can touch the Bombay and not be concerned about it falling apart. It was a bit of a mess up last time, so... I believe I had been scribbling them off to say that I'd done them. And this is the bit where it comes in useful. So now we're going on to the bottom section. And for this, it's going to need a few pieces. So I'm going to select to have the landing gear down, because this would be a nightmare if it was permanently in flying position. And it turns out that's the landing gear door. So we need the landing gear door, the two sets of wheels, which are 23 and 24. I mean, it's pretty obvious which one's the wheels and which ones aren't, right? If I get this wrong, I may be mocked. But the little guide nubbins are really big on this. And I think that little one there, which is 22, is the front wheel, which it is. This stuff's going to need a lot of cleaning, though. And 29, whatever that is. Yeah, number 29. Where are you? It's none of them. Is it actually on here? Oh, 29. It is in fact on the first sprue. Not paying attention, sort of a thing there. So I've got to clean all these up, but... Ooh, 30 and 31. Which are apparently the back of the engines. And is there anything else that is... Oh, and 25 and 24. I think that'll be these sections. So yeah, 25 and 26. Which will be these. Everything else is like a small little bit. I mean, I think on this one I might actually add them because I'm unlikely to just drop them all and lose them. But, So I'm going to start off with this bit of the tail, which, you know, if I start off cleaning it, then I can stick it together and forget about it. Right, if I stick them now, that should still be a loose pin. Yep. No guides on this one. let's just hope that sticks and stays together nicely on its own. Okay, let's just check that down there. Hopefully that will not make a mess. Now clean out this. Because these are going to be open, I don't really have the option to just leave it be a mess like I would, you know, when I can hide it. But they're cleaning up quite nicely. That one's clean. I don't think it actually matters which way these two go on. Well, I hope it doesn't, because if it does, I'm in trouble. Just keep cleaning. It's all good. For everything. Just a little bit around the wheel. I don't think this one's going to have any moving parts on it, but I mean, it's a difficulty level 2. I don't expect it to have anything that's complex and mechanical. Clean that off. Try not to create a flat point. Okay, let's just do this a little bit. Okay, so that bit's cleaned off. We're all good. And let's get rid of that a little bit. And there you go. So in all cases, the wheels are facing backwards. I wonder how we're actually going to stick that on. How are you supposed to tell which way is forwards? Maybe like that. Just glue it on, see what happens. Let's get my well, angled pliers. Please stick. Just hold that there for a bit. Okay, that seems to have worked. Yeah, I'll do. So these are stuck on that bit forwards. You know when you don't dry fit something and then you put the melty glue on? Think that. I'm sure that like this was a part of what they did to build them. In the event of something not fitting, just file it out, it'll be fine. It's a bit of a mess to tidy up though. Okay, please fit. Ooh. And it's in. No, it isn't. Back out. So that's number 2. This time I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter on the actual piece going in. You know, instead of actually cutting a bit out of the plane. Oh, that's quite a lot to be cut out, actually. Will you fit now? A little bit more. It's not much, though. Let's try again. And it's in. Just pop that back on. Just hold that there while it dries. It's important while dealing with solvent glue not to take the deep breaths right next to it. Personally, I think that bit's obvious, but not everyone does. So next up, all of them are backwards facing. Just put a little bit in that hole. Ignore the amount I actually put. That's one wheel. Put a little bit there. And that's another one. Still both. Yeah. I gotta say, this is some really robust landing gear. Okay, now we have some landing gear. Okay, that's better. They weren't level for some reason. That one just hadn't pushed down far enough. It's down okay now, though. So next up is to put these on. So just put a little ring of glue around the outside. Okay. Did I miss a step? It's 9. I didn't miss a step. So, like, these are supposed to go on the back? They do not fit. Is there anything that's like a circular bit that I could use? I'm supposed to use? When I say don't fit, I mean just fall straight through. I mean, we're talking that much gap. Whoop. Don't put it on the wet stuff. Yeah, if you look at the image on the box, that's not the gap that we're talking about. So, what's going on? I don't see any sections on any of the sprues that would be useful for this. Weird. Oh no. I touched the door. Okay, I guess they just go on like that. I mean, neither of them fit in. There's not a little bit I missed or something. No. Nope, there's nothing on that page that would indicate what's going on. Oh well, just make it look good. It's fine. Nobody will notice. I did glue that, yeah. There you go. It's all good. Nobody will ever notice. Let's get this little tail section. Okay, so it is thick bits up. Just dry fit. Oh, there's some nasty moulding on there. How did I not notice that yesterday? Oh, don't touch that. Just bit across there, bit up here. Well, that's clean now. Okay, that was definitely the wrong way. So it's... Okay, you're going to go in. So I've got a little bit of correction to do where I didn't stick it correctly. It's not that bad. mean, compared to what I had to do yesterday, it's lovely. Okay, that should be enough. Personally, I had to put some guide pins on that. There you go. It's much better. I had to put some guide pins on these to make sure they go together right, but how'd you know, even if you open them as the dive break, it doesn't matter? Because you're still not gonna, well, you can't really show the inside of these because they're completely hollow. I mean, that's not gonna look like the actual finger in any circumstance. Okay, and that's on. May have took a lot of getting glue on my fingers, but that's what the instructions are for. So now I need and I think I'll leave those off. Yeah, I'll leave those little fiddly bits off because trouble. So what I need is to put together 36 and 38 and 37 and 39. So that's a 70. Nope, that's definitely not it. That's not it. It's one under the instructions. Okay, so so the option between fuel tanks, bombs, and so the inner two I'm going to make fuel tanks because I can. And those fuel tanks, at least I think they're fuel tanks, are in fact these pieces. So I'll just move this bit across here for safety. Mostly to get away from me because I am a hazard. So that's one fuel tank, about 1/2. I mean, at least I'm assuming these fuel tanks. They match the shape you'd expect from one. Will they stick together in the wrong order? Yeah, they don't really care. They're relatively ambiguous about how they go together, so I'm okay with that. Is ambiguous the right word? I don't know. You can hope. Just take you off. Get like this. Just clean off this one a little bit. and then go across here. Right. That was a relatively easy clean. So we just go around the edges with glue. It is quite difficult to get this to line up properly. Just use the instructions for their non-intended purpose again. What am I doing? Let's put another bit around here. Then like that. Nope, like that. Now time to abuse the instructions again. I'm so glad so much of this is on the bottom. Ooh, there's only one real way it could go, and it's like that. So if you try to put this one on this side, it just doesn't line up. Careful when the glue splatters. I don't want that over me. Okay, that one's in the hole. And so's that one. Just run a little seam along the edge. And be very careful with that, because that was in no mood to stay in place. But we've learned for this one. So we put a little bit there, a little bit up to the leading edge, zigzag it down, and some in that hole. We can just slide this in, and there you go. Let's do a little bit of a seam around the edge. Like that, and drop it carefully. There you go. Now I have the choice between what I assume is a large ground penetrating bomb and a regular. So I don't really think that, like, oh, that's a probe on the end of that side. That's where that one's got 3, that one's got 2. Because that one's got 3 holes on it. That one's got 2 rows of holes. Whoops. So I think I'm going to go with the arrangement 17, which is the big one. So I'm going to need 2 of those, I think. We only have 1. Oh wait, we have 2. Okay. Okay, the option is rocket pods, ground penetrating bomb, or air-to-air missile. I am choosing. Okay, it turns out we have lots and lots. What are these? 46 and 47. What is 46 and 47 for? No. 46 and 47. Okay, I don't know what these are for, but we have a lot of them. So no, 40 is... And at no point in this is a 40 called for, so... Yeah. At no point is a 40 called for, but heck, we have a lot of missiles if we want them. So the question is, ground penetrators or ridiculous missile? Can I stick the ridiculous missiles on? Oh, please tell me I can. Oh, this slot fixing. Do we have things for them? Yes, in theory. Kind of. I'm sorry, it's like these ridiculous things. They look silly. Can we fit one under the wing? Just. And this thing will be scraping the tarmac as it takes off. There's no instructions for this bit. I am making it up. We're going rogue. I don't know what I'm equipping this with, but heck, it's getting something. Also, like, if this doesn't work, I can just go back to the other ones it's supposed to be. I'm not going to be permanently gluing anything until, you know, we've tried it as a tri-fit. Yeah, you need a little bit of cleanup there. And here. And a little bit of cleanup there and here. Now I'm guessing these. I think it'll be these 2. They need a bit of cleaning, but these genuinely look like they belong. The only thing I feel is like appropriately sized for these is the Phoenix missiles. But will they stick? Let's see. Matches the wing profile. Does it match the missile profile? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's make sure that we get this the right way around, because... Okay, that is on the wing profile there. So the pointy bits at the front. you know, in the bit that surprises no one ever, the pointy bits at the front. Glue. Little ring around the edge. And tap down. One big missile. I like these ones, they give you little gripping points. It's when you're running glue around it. Okay, and you pop this bit on. And there you go. Oh, back on properly. Come on. Okay. Just clean that up a little bit. Yes, that is a bit of the instructions. Do these fit on like all these heads? Yes. I mean, it's sillily big. I'm in. I mean, this whole thing's already silly, but do you remember me sticking the biggest rocket I can find on something? It's a little bit around there. And to note, where is the standard sidewinder? It was in here. Here it is. This is a standard air-to-air missile, just for size comparison. When I'm saying silly, that's a standard air-to-air missile. That's whatever the heck this small moon rocket is. To note, I would not be surprised if these were... These are either going to be extreme long-range standoff missiles, which take down planes at extreme range, but the size of that payload, I mean, that section there is what usually takes down a plane. Size comparison. So that's a few pounds of TNT. That's a lot. It's a lot more than is necessary in any way. I've forgotten which end goes forwards. Oh, it's not like I don't have the plane to test it on. Okay, so that way's forwards. It may not seem important to know which way's forwards, but unless I want the first plane with aft torpedoes. Oop, that does not want to stay in place. just give that a minute to hold in place. There you go. I'm sorry, you want me to go non-symmetrical? Sorry, that one's not the symmetrical opposite of that one, because that one's got a bit of extra rail on it. Damn my inattentiveness. I'd have seen that earlier. I would have been prepared. Just put a little tack in there. Realistically, that little tack is all I should actually need. And hold that in place for a little bit while it dries. There you go. It's going to the moon this time. It'll be fine. Oh, I missed a bit on top. And then we need a 67, which I bet is this. Yeah, it is that piece. It makes sense. It's what it looks like. I used the fixing point as the connection to the sprue. It's absolute madness. I'm guessing this is what the British used as their rear roll refueling system. I mean, huge tool bags, aerial refueling. This means tack, and there you go. Okay, and you're not sticking. Come on, in you go, both of you. Okay, it's in. Is there any other sections after this, or is it literally just 19? Okay, there are 19 sections, so I mean, I'm not going to do that last bit yet because it's put the cockpit on. And I need to get these on first. That's nowhere near done yet. And that's why you needed the 5 gram weight in the front. Or it'll become a tail rider. But we all knew that was coming. If I had in fact prepared for this and known that was coming, I wouldn't have to glue the front down. Or make some arrangement. I mean, whoa. That's not dry either. I really need to remember the fact this isn't dry far more than I do. And that missile's going to be my foot by tomorrow. in my professional opinion. Don't ever listen to my professional opinion, by the way. That's done enough. If this was super glue, blowing on it would actually help. No, stay up. Stay. Now on this section. Don't do that. So forget these two, then we can lay it up straight. Lay it up right like that. Then we can do this, then it's not tilting to either side. Like that. I mean, it's just enough clearance, it'll be fine. Okay. Shh. It'll be okay. And if you look down the length of the missiles, they're not awful. I've done worse. So now we head into the magic bag of dice. And what can I hold you up with? A D8 will do fine. Now let's see if a D10 will achieve the same over here. Let's have a look. How are you doing? Someday I'll have a model as like dice permanently connected to it. Chuck all these back in. Well, I mean, worst thing is the missile just doesn't go straight when it's launched, but I mean, it has control surfaces, it should be able to handle that, right? That looks okay. Now the only problem is I can't do the canopies. Well, theoretically I can't do the canopies. I'm sure if I'm stupid I could give it a go. Now if I like try from like underneath like this, I mean hold it for a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna have to be good and not do that. Okay, what'd I roll? That's 6. on a D10. It's not great. And I'll stop there because, well, I'm just going to have to stick the canopy on in my own time. Because that. Okay. And that's pretty much done at this point, even though I don't understand how that tail section or those engine exhausts were supposed to work. There was no explanation at all, just left. So, okay, just tidy up a bit. Now, hopefully you enjoyed me watching wow, that came out wrong. Hopefully you enjoyed me build, you enjoyed watching me build that. Hopefully I'll get around to painting it, but that's likely to be around the same time that I paint all the others. Okay. And thanks for coming. I'm sorry about not showing the canopy, but it's not really worth setting up for that, unfortunately. Okay. Bye.